All right, so if we want to build successful search marketing campaigns, we need to understand the state of search today. And number one is that search today is very mobile. So you're going to see that throughout the course, we are going to be returning back to this idea that we all have the personal computer in our pockets and we use the search capabilities of our mobile phones. And we must, as marketers, address that in the way that we build our search marketing campaigns. The second thing is that search is structural today more than anything else. We're going to be talking a lot, even in this section, about how Google has evolved, how search engines have evolved, and it has forced us to start thinking about search marketing in a much more structural way. And that's where we're going to get into some of the things about user experience optimization and something I call RXO, which is robot experience optimization. And a lot of that has to do with the way that we structure information and structure our assets that we're going to be delivering to searchers. Now, thirdly, search has become very technical, and it's always been somewhat of a technical field in digital marketing. But because the structure of your website has become so critical, because we've sort of lost a lot of the sort of hacks and loopholes that we were able to use in the past, search has become a very technical game, and especially for larger websites, you're going to find that the more technical you are, the better search marketer you will be. I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know from a technical standpoint as we get into the whole optimization and experience optimization section of this training. Now, the fourth thing I want to cover is that search today is white hat. You're not going to find any shenanigans in this course, okay? There's not any black hat techniques or loopholes or hacks or anything like that. Now, I am going to teach you some things that you need to understand about how to make search engines work in your benefit, but we're not going to be talking about anything that violates any search engine's terms of service. This is all white hat as opposed to your gray hat or your black hat techniques that you might find elsewhere. This is all white hat. And the reason for that is the Cold War between SEOs and search engines is over, okay? Google won the Cold War. If you haven't noticed, its algorithm updates like Caffeine in 2010, Panda, Penguin, and Hummingbird, these recent algorithm updates since about 2009 have really essentially dropped the nuclear bomb on any black hat or gray hat techniques. Now, can you get by and game the rankings on Google? Of course you can. Like, there's always probably going to be loopholes, but my bet is on the search engines to figure out how to defeat spammers and black hat SEOs. So both from an ethical standpoint and a business standpoint, we are going to stay focused on the white hat techniques, the things that work to create a long-term sustainable search marketing process at your company. All right, now the last thing I want to cover is that search is everywhere it matters today. Search is no longer contained within Google or Bing or Yahoo. We're talking about really any place that there is a large group of people gathered together that are using a search function is what I would define as a search engine, and how we're going to cover search in this course. We're going to be talking about, of course, the big Google and its counterparts like Bing and Yahoo and things like that have much smaller market share. But this is not where search begins and ends. We really are needing to think today in search about things like Google Maps, iTunes, Pinterest, Amazon, YouTube, Yelp, TripAdvisor, really any place that large groups of people are gathering together and using the search functionality is what a search engine is today. And that is how we're going to be covering this course. So of course we will cover the great big presence in search, which is Google. But we also need to get in for local business and talk about how Google Maps works. We need to be talking about people that are generating content through podcasts and talk about how iTunes works, how Pinterest works as a search engine, how Amazon ranks things and so forth that are products. YouTube, Yelp, TripAdvisor, all of these are search engines, and we're going to be talking about the greater sort of ecosystem of search today, because that is a huge way that things have evolved over the last few years. Now in the next step, we're going to be talking about the 3 players in search. I'll see you there.